still have trouble. Oh man, 12'3". That's a cringy bridge. Yipes. Oh man. Oh. Not a fan of those low bridges. But yeah, you know, backing's not that bad. Once you do it and you get the hang of it, you learn it. If you're new, take your time, you'll get it. It's no big deal. You know, if you're going to school, they'll teach you all the best techniques. And then you can perfect them as you go along, you know, and you just get better and better. And but you know, with this, I'm not doing much backing at all. I mainly pull into my stops, then I pull forward and stop, open up, they unload me, I close up, and then I just pull around the building, just going forward. It's really easy. The only time I really got to back is, you know, when I'm at a truck stop, or there's an occasional store where I can't get around the building, so I'll have to back out. And when I do that, it's always a blindside back, which kind of sucks, you know. In this trailer, in this truck setup, the blindside back in this is really tough on my air lines and my electrical line. They tend to get stuck on the trailer and wrap around it. I mean, when I do, you know, like a normal back or a normal U-turn, I have no problem whatsoever. It's just, I think the way that these cables go into the trailer, they're just not set up for the blind side, which really sucks, because I end up stretching my holder springs, you know, which makes things difficult. Man, that's a big crane. Doing some heavy duty work out here. So yeah, it just messes up my springs, you know. It doesn't really affect the cables unless I leave it with my springs stretched, and then it'll end up wrapping around my trailer and pulling out my socket and breaking where it bolts in, which I'd rather have that break than the cable pull from the end. You know, it's a lot quicker of a fix just to replace that socket than it would be to go back in and rewire the plug. So that's why I use, you know, I try to use the plastic plugs over the metal ones, because I want that to be my weak point over my cables being the weak point. Let me in, guy. He did. Man, they got a whole little factory set up out here, man. Some hardcore road construction. Gotta set up a factory. Crazy. Oh. So yeah, I'm gonna try to take this 101 to the 126 to the 5, and that should avoid any scales or anything like that. You may want me to go the other way. Hopefully there's not a lot of traffic on the 5, which there probably will be, since it is kind of like rush hour. Coming through here at like the worst time. But I had to get there for my early AM pickup, so that way I can get my load off, at least one load off today. At 4 p.m. is my scheduled time to be there. So if I can get that off, that would be fantastic. Then I can go to my next stop and, you know, park there for the night, or get as far as I can. Start my next day. No, it's all about trying to get back, make as much money in as a little time as possible. Oh God, that's cold. Oh man. Guys are actually out here working hard today. Yeah, I need to get back home. I got plans on Friday night. Plus, I'm in the middle of building a haunt for Halloween, which I'd really like to get rocking and rolling. I got all the frame and everything built. You know, that way, even though we're in coronavirus, you know, we can still have fun. You know, bring your kids out, let them enjoy it. You know, don't take away their childhood. You know, as I was a kid, I used to love Halloween and getting dressed up, going out, you know, getting the candy, having fun with my friends. You know, and as I got older, you know, I still enjoyed Halloween, and I still do. I really like to, you know, do the things that I enjoyed while I was a kid, which, you know, I give out the big candy bars. And I remember being a kid, you know, we used to always talk about which houses had the big candy bars, and we got to go to them, and we would end up going to these houses just for the big candy bars, you know. So I always try to give out big candy bars. I want kids to come. I want to see their costumes. I want to give them a good experience and have fun. I am setting up the haunted house this year. I haven't done this yet, but it's always something I've wanted to do. As a kid, I always enjoyed, you know, these haunted houses that people had set up. You know, I was scared, yeah, I was a kid, but that's kind of the excitement of Halloween, is, you know, you get to experience that type of stuff, and it's totally safe. You know, I mean, not everywhere, I suppose, is totally safe, but it's safer. Especially if you're in your neighborhood and you know your neighbors. And I try to talk to my neighbors all the time, you know, let them know what's up, have them bring their kids over. You know, all that good stuff. But yeah, that was just like some of the things that I enjoyed. And I've always told myself, you know, hey, I want to get, you know, the big candy bars. I want to set up cool props and, you know, just make it fun and the best I can. And if these kids are able to come out and enjoy it, I want to make it as enjoyable as possible for them. You know, this is a tough time to be a kid. You know, they got to go to school in masks all day. I got a daughter, she's, you know, 7 years old. I got a son that's 9 years old. They got to wear masks all day. You know, and I feel for them, you know, it's not fun. I've had, you know, wineries that I went to where I have to wear a mask all day, which isn't fun. I don't like to do it, you know, especially when you're in 100, 110 degree weather. I understand the science behind it, you know, and that's why I was willing to do it. You know, anything to protect other people from me, and, you know, anything to protect the kids, I'm more than willing to try. You know, but yeah, it's just, it's terrible, you know, that the kids have it rough right now. You know, I thought I had it bad when I was a kid, but being in the school system right now is probably one of the worst things, you know. But my kids, they love school, don't get me wrong, they love it, they want to go. You know, they're still at that age where school is fun, you know, and even in junior high, high school, school's still fun. It can be fun, it depends on who you are. You know, some people love it, some people hate it. Some people just do it, you know, they don't care. But my kids, they really love school. They will deal with the mask. Yeah, it's just sad. So I want to make things fun, try to get these kids out, show them that, you know, we can still do things, and, you know, everything's not taken away from them. You know, get out there and enjoy your life, be a kid. And come out and see some people, you know. Human beings, we're social people. That's how we are. You know, we like to talk to each other. We like to tell each other our problems. We like to have fun together. You know, we like to fight. Well, maybe not like, but we do fight. It's just nature. Human nature. Man, the ocean's looking nice today. No white caps. Pretty glassy. Be a good day to go fishing. right, dude. I know you're fast. Yeah, it's a glorious morning. Ready to rock and roll. It is Wednesday, you know, I had Monday and Tuesday off. And that was really nice. So Wednesday I'll get one stop done. Thursday, drop all my stores. Start working my way back. Friday, drive the rest of the way back. And then have the weekend to work on the hunt with my kids, let them get involved. I got my wife and my daughter back home. They're trying to make props. And my son, he's going with grandma for a few days. He's got a doctor appointment coming up kind of near where she is, so it's nice having grandma close by. She helps out a lot. Yeah, this place right here, I don't know what it is, but it's always full of these campers, these RVs. Always. I mean, I know it's a cool spot, you're right there by the ocean and stuff, but like, do you just pull up here and it's free parking? You know, you can camp. Is it first come first serve? I mean, this place is always loaded. It's crazy to me. Always. I mean, look at that. They're all the way down the shoreline. There's like no parking at all. Maybe a good spot to come if you can find a spot down here. Seems like a cool spot. I'm not sure how to reserve a spot, or if it's first come first serve, or if you gotta pay to stay or any of that, but every time I come by here it's just loaded with motorhomes and RVs. It's getting close to Ventura. Yeah, just trippy to me, you know. Always full. Doesn't matter when it is. It's one of the nice things about RV camping is, you know, you can camp out in the elements. You know, if it's raining, I'm not saying we get a lot of rain, but if it's raining, you know, you're not stuck out in a tent, you know, or outside having to make a fire in the rain. I've gone I've gone camping at Big Sur, and it was raining, and we built fire. It was really tough to get it going, you know. It was dumping really good. So we built this fire, you know, and had it just ripping really good, and like the park ranger came up and got mad at us because our fire was, you know, pretty big. You know, it was probably like 10 o'clock at night. She's like, oh, this is a 6-hour burn right here that you guys got going, you know? You guys gonna stay up all night? It's like, man, freaking dumping rain. We're trying to stay warm and, you know, dry our stuff. And the rain's gonna put the fire out anyway, you know, if we leave it, you know, like not unattended, but if we don't, you know, keep up with it. So yeah, she was just giving us a bunch of grief, and you know, there was other campers around and that came into the campsite after we did, and they couldn't get their fire going, so we would give them branches, you know, or logs that are on fire, you know, get their fire going. Which, you know, we helped out people there, which was cool, but you know, we got a lot of grief from, you know, the ranger there, and it's like, man, it's freaking pouring rain. You know, that if we don't stoke this fire or keep it alive, it's gonna go out in 10 minutes. You know, it may be a lot of wood and it may be big, but it's gonna be done. Yeah, it's always something happens when I go camping. It's ridiculous. You know, I love camping and all, but it's just normally a problem that always happens. You know, you forget something, or someone's giving you issues, you know, or you get to your spot and you got loud neighbors, or you know, your neighbors are complaining that you're too loud. You know, it's just like, man, I want to find spots where nobody is. I want to go out into the middle of nowhere and do what I want to do, and make raging fires, and you know, be badass.